Tune into Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St. Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.
On A View from the Outside this week being the 22nd of December 2018, we recap a few of the issues we highlighted in 2008. On January 13, 2018, we covered the topic Illuminate, ILLUMINATE, Illuminate. At that time, we told you, the listeners, that the episode was inspired by the Yogi Farrell matter, which had gripped the entire nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Caribbean region, and the wider world. We highlighted the fact that Yogi Farrell was subjected to the weight of the establishment, including the political establishment, the courts, and the mental health center in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Many, if not all of you, know that Yogi Farrell appeared before the magistrates on a charge of using insulting language to Karen Gonsalves, the wife of Camilo Gonsalves, the Minister of Finance in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The world knows what happens after that, when, in the absence of any medical evidence presented in court, Yogi Farrell was committed to the mental health facility for psychiatric assessment. There was an international outcry pertaining to the breach of her human rights, and Yogi was eventually released on bail, but not before she spent more than 3 weeks in the mental health facility, and she was allegedly administered medication adverse to her health. That sparked demonstrations in the Caribbean region and around the world, and virtually everyone looked forward to her court appearance, which was scheduled for 17th of December 2018. She did appear, although the virtual complainant did not, and she did appear only to learn that the prosecution had withdrawn the charges and the magistrates dismissed the matter against her. Many believe that the Yogi Farrell matter will remain on the entire establishment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It will remain a stain on the entire establishment in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and one which will haunt the ULP for as long as it remains in existence. On the 17th of February 2018, we covered the topic human trafficking. In that episode, we sought to raise awareness of the issue of human trafficking and to educate the population about the extremely serious problem that, from all reports, is taking root in our country. We highlighted groups such as the Parliament Girls, which was mentioned during the Yogi Farrell saga. The Parliament Girls are alleged to be a group of young, unemployed females who engage in sexual and other activities with men in power and influence in society in order to survive financially. We continue to urge the Vincentian population to be on guard and to do everything to prevent human trafficking from taking roots in the country. On the 3rd of November 2018, we dealt with the topic reality. And in that episode, we urged everyone, particularly those in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to be aware of his, her, your own reality, and not to be hoodwinked into believing that something else exists. We continue to make the call, and we ask Vincentians, we ask you not to lose sight of the reality. your reality, your own reality, which you face every day. And we remind you of what the author and journalist Alex Haley, the author of the book Roots, which included characters such as Kunta Kinte, we remind you what Alex Haley said. He said, either you deal with what is the reality, or the reality is going to deal. On the 8th of December, long ago, 2018, we covered the topic contempt, C-O-N-T-M-P-T. And we highlighted many examples to show how the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines treats the Vincentian people with contempt. Here is an excerpt of one such example. I quote what we said in that term. When they tell you that Dave Ames absconded the country via the most unusual port of exit, when he's wanted to be tried on fraud and tax evasion charges in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and when you see no effort is being made to have him return to be tried, yet they tell you that they are in touch with him by telephone regarding Bukamal. That is contempt for you and for every unquote. Well, since that episode, the news broke that all of the charges against Dave Ames have been dismissed. Many are now asking whether the dismissal of the charges is paving the way for Dave Ames to return to St. Vincent and the Grenadines unencumbered by the weight of criminal charges. Whatever the intention, it cannot be overlooked that absconding or breach of bail is a separate offense in itself, and therefore that still remains a live issue which Vincentians need to keep their eyes on. In respect of contempt, we continue to encourage you, Vincentians, to spot the issue of contempt heaped on you by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we urge you to take a stand and to say, enough, no more, in respect of the contempt which they, the government, show to Vincent. Of course, there are many more issues which we have highlighted. However, time does not permit us to mention them all here. But we must mention the election petitions, which continue to languish in the courts. The nation, the region, and the world have seen how the seeming deliberate strategies used to prevent the matter, the deliberate ignoring of an order from the Eastern Caribbean Court of Appeal to hear the petitions expeditiously, and the interminable delay in the trying of those petitions have shown the world how justice is in short supply in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We must also mention the continuing escalating crime rate in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Rape and sexual assaults continue on the rise. Murder, stroke, homicide continue. And other serious offenses continue to rise also. In August 2018, the current acting commissioner of police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is quoted as saying that he hoped that the number of murders or homicides does not exceed 30. At that time in August 2018, it was reported that the number stood at 22. Well, clearly, he did not get his wish for Christmas. Clearly, his hope has not materialized because the number stands at 34. That's the official number stands at 34, although some people believe that the number is closer to 40. We, on A View from the Outside, continue to urge all Vincentians to be vigilant and to continue to watch out for one another. Well, all that said, it's Christmas. And so we, on A View from the Outside, take the opportunity to wish everyone a Christmas which is enjoyable. We wish also that the new year 2019 will bring relief and happiness. We leave you with the words from a poem by U.S. design engineer Norman Wesley Bates, who encourage us as human beings to be good always, not just at Christmas. The poem is entitled, Let Every Day Be Christmas. And I quote, Christmas is forever, not just one day. Loving, sharing, and not put away like bells and lights and tinsel in some box upon a shelf. Good you do for others, good you do for yourself. Until next year, Randy and all of the listeners, this is Brereton Horne on behalf of all of us from A View from the Outside, wishing everyone a happy Christmas and a new year 2019 filled with all that you wish for. We remind you, as usual, to send feedback to A View from the Outside at hotmail.com. That's A View from the Outside at hotmail.com. Thank you for all of you who have been sending your feedback. And here, wish you a pleasant Saturday, a wonderful Sunday, and a productive and enjoyable ahead. All the best to you and the listeners, Randy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
You and the family, Brereton, and let me thank you, man. This project has matured beyond expectation. When we sat and chat about doing a View from the Outside, who expected it to be on this kind of level? People look forward to this program every Saturday morning. Let me thank you. Do appreciate the work that you're putting in, and you and the family enjoy the season.
Thank you, Randy. Same to you. All the best.
Brereton Horne with A View from the Outside.
Tune into Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St. Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.